Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here with week 5 of the Chaos Sew Along. This sew along is happening so quick and everything. Now you're going to look at this and go, oh good grief, how many of these is she making? I'm making more than I need because I'm going to use it as part of my piece border, and that way it helps me use up more scraps. So this is Flying Goose, the Flying Goose units, and we're using the 4 at a time method. And anything that I have left over, I'm either going to use as a piece border or I'm going to make a baby blanket or something out of it. So I have cut lots. I went crazy cutting and it was fun. Now the Flying Geese units are, you know, they're going to end up being 4.5 by 8.5. And the 4 at a time method is a great way to use up your larger scraps. If you have larger scraps. If you don't have larger scraps, you know, you are allowed to cut into your fat quarters. It's okay. You know, but I did give you just enough so that you would be able, like in the pattern instructions in the show notes, just enough to be able to finish the top without any piece border. Because you might have pieces laying around that you want to throw into the piece border instead of this, but that's okay. But first, let's get to our shout out. Now we're filming this just right after Christmas, but before New Year's, right, in 2024, and I found a new channel that I hadn't seen before, and I was like, oh, we have to subscribe to her. Anyways, it's Kate at C Kate Sews, and her YouTube link is going to be in the show notes below. Give her, you know, give her some encouragement and, you know, words of love and whatnot. If you go over there and you like what you see, tell her that I sent you, and, you know, like hit her subscribe button as well, you know, because she would probably enjoy some new subscribers too. It's been a lot of fun doing these shout outs, and I think I'm going to continue doing this in 2025 because we're having too much fun at this. Also, you're going to find in the show notes all the things now I'm going to talk to you about, so it's really important you get into those show notes if you haven't gotten in there. We have a Facebook group, and if you're part of the Facebook community, please come join. We're a fun group and we do all sorts of things. We have a virtual sewing room set up under the Discord app that you can talk to our admin people about. There's all sorts of community chats. We do fabric swaps by country. We do Saturday snippets. We do recipe exchanges. We go out looking. We encourage members to go out and look for free patterns and then post the link in one link so that everybody has access to a whole bunch of free patterns. It's so much fun. It's fun going looking for them too, kind of in a way. And it's just, you know, we do all the same typical things like show quilts, ask questions, you know, all that kind of stuff that a normal Facebook group does. We also do Zoom sew dates, and usually it's the first Saturday of the month, and those Zoom sew dates are listed below. Right now they're only listed out until May because we don't know what the camping situation is going to be over the summer, so we're going to wait a little closer and then we'll drop those dates in. And once we drop those dates in, then we usually go right to the end of December. But those sew dates are a lot of fun. They start at 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I live in Alberta, Canada, and we just have a blast. There's people from all over the world coming to show up on those sew dates, and it's all fun. I try and bring something simpler to do for sewing, so I get a chance to talk with everybody that's coming in. And don't bring what you know have seen on my channel. Bring what's inspiring you, what you're working on, what you're doing, what you're happy with, you know, because we do a lot of show and tell, or, you know, that kind of thing as we go through the day. Also, I speak for free to quilting groups and quilting guilds. That's my way of giving back to the quilting community because it has been very good to me. I have been so inspired by the people that I have been speaking to. It's just wonderful. So I talk about elements of design, working with scrap fabrics, and of course making charity quilts. So if your group or guild is looking for something like that, please put my name for it. I'll be happy to accommodate them into my calendar and get as much of this, you know, like community word out as I can. Also, share, like, and subscribe. Our analytics are telling us over half of you that are watching this video right now are not subscribed. And it's like, okay, well, if you could subscribe and tell your friends about us, that would be awesome. That would just absolutely be perfect. So come on in, let's get to week 5, the Flying Geese 8 at a time method, and we'll have some fun with this. Okay. All right, so here we go. We're at the sewing machine. Now we've got this square here, and it is 9 1/4 inches square. And we got, I know, you guys don't like doing this, 4 7/8. So we're gonna take this color just like so, and we're going to pin that in place so it doesn't slip and slide and all this other nonsense. Okay. Remember, you're making 4 at a time. So you draw your lines on your little pieces, right? That would make it easier. Now I'm going to take a different color, totally different color. Oh, I'm going to put Spider-Man in. What the heck? Why not? Let's go here. And we're going to line up those lines. There. We're just lay it in place. And hopefully these sew lines will match up great. So we're putting on color. We're putting on the colored parts of the sky. And you're like, ooh, wait a minute. Yes, it'll be fine. Yes, it will be fine. So we're going to sew right on the line. Okay, and there we go. And right to the end. Okay, give it a spin. Pull little bits of thread out so that you have a little bit slack. Okay, there we go. I have quite a few of them to sew, but anyways, that's okay. We've done this before. And like I say, I'm going to use a lot of them for border pieces. Piece border, you can, or you can do a piece border or not. Now everybody was asking, what are you doing with all these little white and yellow half square triangles? I am making them into improv pinwheels, and basically I am matching the centers. The center is key. Match the center, and then you've got this. I'm just going to trim this open. Just a hair. There we go. There. You get a real good tight nest. I didn't even trim off the dog ears on this. That's how improv-ish it's going to be. Okay, so now, right with this, you're going to take your pins out because you don't need them. Okay. There. So you cut right up the center of where you've just sewn. So 2 lines of sewing. You're going to cut right up the middle. Okay? Now, for this you only need 16 squares, and I have cut more than I needed, but that's okay. So now you're going to go just like that, and you're going to push that away from the big square. You're going to put, so you kind of end up with this little funky thing looking like that, but that's okay. You need that. And of course now you end up with the opposite one right here. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I'm going to take one of these bunny prints and I'm going to lay it out very carefully and pin it in place. And I've got my 2 lines on there already. There we go. Now, okay. And then I'm going to take, this one right here. I love this. This is a crazy quilter print that I've been around in my stash for a while. My girlfriend gave it to me because it was around in her stash for a while. I just love it. I'm getting so close to the end of it. I figured, okay, we have to use it. We have to use it now. It is just gorgeous little thing. Okay, so now what you're going to do, you're going to get this out of the way. You're just going to do one of these at a time. You're not going to go crazy and do a whole bunch. Okay. There we go. Give it a little tug, just a little tug. Oh, I should probably cut this off while I'm ahead. While I'm here. Okay. Okay. Now, you're going to go up. There we go. And I am sewing right on the line. On this. There we go. Give that a trim. Just get rid of that little bit. Easier maneuver. There we go. Now I am just going to run through another leader ender here, just so you can see I've got all of these yellow and white triangles, or half square triangles. I've got them all sewn together, so they're all going to end up in little pinwheels, and they're going to be really cute when they're done. But this is, like I say, this is just one of those things. There we go. I'm going to trim it right there, just to nest it really well. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to cut this off. Now what's going to happen here is you're going to have mirrored pairs, and that's what you need for this block, right? There's not a Flying Goose in there that has two low volumes, right? On like low volume on both sides. They're mirrored pairs. One is color, one's a color side, and the other is, oops, here we go. Let me just finger press this a little bit. The other one is a mirror image, right? It's a mirror image of it, right? So that's important, right? This is Flying Geese. Now you put the colors on first, and that way you know you've got color on half of it, and it makes it much easier. So this is the other mirror. This is the mirror of this, essentially, right? Like these two are mirrored, right? And these two will be mirrored with the whites on the right side, right? So that, I hope that's easy explanation. Now this is a really quick 4 at a time Flying Goose method, and you do, you know, cover a lot of territory very quickly. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to iron these nice and flat, get everything, all the little kinks out, and wow, have I got a lot of extra sewing here to do, but that's okay. I'll get to it. I'll figure it all out, because I've cut too many. That's fine. I had another project in mind, so I will use this unit in that too if I have way too many. But I will give you the cutting instructions for just enough to make the quilt top. So don't panic, you're not going to be cutting through like inches of your fabric, right? But this is a really quick, fast way of doing this mirrored image, because that's what you're going to need when you're going to do the chaos block. Okay, so let me do this. I'll iron them, I'll trim them up to 4.5 by 8.5. It'll be fun. Okay, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, this is our blocks, our 4 at a time Flying Geese, and yes, they're mirrored image. One has color on one side and the other side is a low volume, and we do it again and again and again. And this is going to give us that unique shape that you're going to have in that chaos block. So keep that in mind. 8 at a time or 4 at a time Flying Geese is just really, really fast. It didn't take me long to do all of these. And now we have the right silhouette happening. Okay. Now my husband's got other things to do. I know I promised I'd have them ironed and all trimmed up and looking great, but we have things we got to get done today. So I'm going to keep sewing and say goodbye. I hope everything in your life is going just absolutely fabulous, and you are having just the most wonderful time, and life is treating you gentle. So stay well until we see each other again. Okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!